Hey everybody, this is Dylan with Bay Sports Buzz. Happy everyone dropped by today. Hope everybody's having a good morning and probably good commute to work. It's probably hectic out there. Tuesdays are never good days for traffic. But yeah, let's get into this real quick. I was just coming on here to talk about Jimmy Butler and the possibility, whether we should want him, and what it may look like. I don't think anything will happen before the season starts. This is a if things don't go well situation probably, and I would like him on the Warriors. However, the things I give up for him, I am not giving up a Kaminga. Number one, the man gets hurt a lot. Not to say that he won't be treated better in a Warriors uniform. Our organization does a great job in keeping players healthy, so you can't prevent injury though at the end of the day. So you got to look at that and just understand that that's something that you're probably going to have to deal with. He probably won't play the full season. In the last 4 seasons, it's been 52, 57, 64, and 60. As far as games played, why I would want him? I would want him because he turns into Himmy Butler in the playoffs. I don't care if he plays like shit for the whole year. I just need him for playoffs when he performs at an optimal level. And the last 3 seasons, if you are an NBA fan and you watch the NBA, you know that he turns into freaking Himmy Butler. So that's why you would want him on the team. Would I want to give up the whole kitchen sink for him? Absolutely not. I would be fine with giving up a player or two and then some draft picks. That's all good, which is something that actually might entertain them, surprisingly, considering that there's a good chance he doesn't. There's a good chance he walks on free agency when his contract's up. And if the Heat would want to get something for him and they don't start the year off good and they're trending in the wrong direction, it makes sense for them to probably get a couple picks, maybe one or two good players from us for a trade. And that would be enough because otherwise he walks and you don't get anything. So if you're the Miami Heat organization and you're thinking, what's the move to make? And if you want to go get a rebuild or you want to get into the Cooper Flag conversation, you might as well tank quick and find a way to get him over to the Warriors. Would he probably want to be at the Warriors? I don't see why he wouldn't. He hasn't had a championship, and it's time to go get one. I think he would be the perfect asset to have in the playoffs, and I think that makes us an upper echelon team of the West. Like, there's no doubt about it. Probably top three in the league to be a threat for a championship. And just the talent he plays with in the playoffs, it's so enticing. Everyone's going to say the age and how he, faces injury. I have a feeling we could manage him better than the Miami Heat have as far as injury protocol and get him in to the playoffs without having any issues and having him perform at an optimal level. You probably get 2 good years for him. And he wants that. I think it's a max $113 million 2-year deal. Seems like his organization doesn't want to give it to him. They haven't really talked much about it. So if nothing gets signed and they don't do well at the beginning of the season, I don't see why there wouldn't be a possibility for Jimmy Butler. I wouldn't do it at the beginning of the season. We just have a lot of stuff like I touched on our last video to kind of figure out with our own team and see where we are at coming into the end of the trade deadline. But I think this is a good fit. But there's so much talk with the Warriors and star players. It literally, after 2 or 3 days, you hear of a new name. And it's all summer long. You've heard this. I'm pretty sure if you even follow the Warriors during their offseason, you've probably seen 10 plus names in the pot of players that they're interested in or have called on. Well, interested in calling and all that stuff doesn't really get anywhere unless it gets pushed. And, it's good to see what's out there and make those calls during the off season, because if something does go south, uh, organizations and teams kind of know what they were willing to give up or the conversations they had prior, and know who to reach out with when things end up trending downward for you. So I could easily see the Heat not having a good start to the year, and having that opportunity end up in our court. So the possibility, I would honestly say, is pretty high. I know they came out with that report that we were like second highest in the running for him, ahead of the Nets. I don't know why he'd want to go to the Nets. I get that they had that Ben Simmons friendly contract, and I think that's the only thing that entices him to go to the Nets, because I don't know why you'd want to be at the Nets, especially when you're probably only going to play another 3 or 4 years at max, and knowing the type of player he is, he probably only has 2 good years under his belt, maybe 3. Just because of the physicality and how he plays down low, the mid-range, that's who he is. He's aggressive as hell. So, there's a lot of reasons why he could trend in the wrong direction as the later years start to pile up. However, I'm not afraid of the age as of right now. I think he's performing at a great level for his age, and I don't even think you focus on that till 38, if I'm being honest. I think there's a lot to look forward to with him, and yeah, I think these are one of the solid moves that the Warriors could make for sure. Other stars that could be a good fit, to be honest with you, from my perspective, would maybe be, I don't know why, but I keep circling back to Devin Booker because our coach really liked him. Curry really liked him. Was kind of like the unspoken hero of the Olympics. Would be somebody that would just be a good person to plop into a really good organization, and probably wouldn't give that much lip about it, learn the system and play well in it. A KD return, I think you would have to give up too much. I'd love it. I mean, I think we'd all love that. I just think you'd have to give up too much. So I don't know, looking at a lot of these things, what would be the best. I think this Jimmy Butler trade would probably be a better fit for everybody, and somebody fresh that we haven't had on our team that could give us a new look. And if you could somehow swing having him on our team and keeping Kuminga, this just turns into a star group, because if he gets hurt, you have Kuminga, and if they both stay healthy, I don't know what team's going to compete. I mean, I know that the Celtics are the Celtics, but Steph Curry's their daddy, you got to remember that. So that's all I got to say. It's the truth. And if the playoffs come down to having enough talent on our team to compete, who do you think is going to finish it? Their daddy's going to finish it, because they don't know how to finish, at least when they play the Warriors. So, and I don't care. Give me all the hate you want if you're a Celtics fan. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, I could definitely see this trade going through, and I think this is something to look forward to. However, we'll see how the season plays out, and it's trending up for us, to be honest with you. Don't doubt us. Don't doubt us. It's a playoff team as it is, and a lot more to look forward to. This isn't the end, at least not yet. If Steph Curry leaves, we call this the end, but he's still here, and he still believes, and he still thinks we could do it. That means we can do it, and there's opportunity and moves that can be made to put us in that category, or the team all takes steps and we can get there. But I think I could see this. However, we got to see how the season plays out. So that's really all I have tonight. I'm recording this at night, but going to be released tomorrow morning. So this is all the updates I have at the moment. If anything else comes out, I'll be sure to update you guys. I'm probably going to go into a 49er video tomorrow because we got some updates on that. So hope you all have a great night though, and easy driving in the morning. Peace.